What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So we have a mock draft by Cowboys Wire. Credit to that site. Let me see who the author is if I can find it. Share this article. First 7-round mock draft. Blah blah blah. Trying to find who to give credit to for this article. Advertisement. Maybe it'll be at the bottom of the article. We'll see. But when I do find it, I will give credit to that author and that writer. Because at the top it just says, Cowboys first 7-round mock draft 2024. Offensive line, linebacker, running back needs filled. 1.4 thousand shares. Don't know how long this article's been out, but let's see. Oh, KD Drummond. That's who did it. Follow him on Twitter, KD Drummond. Doesn't say his Twitter handle. I guess that's his handle. This was done January 2nd, 2024, 8:43 a.m. Central Time. So this is KD Drummond's draft. We're just reacting to it, sharing my thoughts on it. One, he has in the first round, pick 24. Let me get his name right here. Amarius Mims, Georgia, right tackle. Problem I have with this, we don't need a right tackle. Now, Tyron Smith was a right tackle at USC. Did play some left tackle. Tyron Smith was just a better athlete than Mims at this point that I know, without combine figures and all the stats in front of me. I know he's a really good athlete. I've heard that. I've seen that. Watched him at Georgia. Not everybody can transition from right tackle to left tackle. I'll give examples. Lane Johnson, as good as he is, if he played left tackle, Jalen Hurts would get smoked on almost every play. He'd get absolutely smoked. And Lane Johnson knows it. He's a hell of a right tackle. One of the best in the league. Will probably be a Hall of Famer. But he would, if he played left tackle, he'd be cut. He'd be cut. Let's be honest. He would get cut. If Terrence Steele, they tried him at left tackle, did not work. Great, really good right tackle. He struggled with this past year. Injuries and other things, which can happen. But if they put him left tackle, you would get absolutely destroyed. There are very few Zach Martins, Tyron Smiths in this league. Zach Martin has a lot of position flex. Can play left tackle, can play left guard, can play center. Did it at Notre Dame and did it well. That's why I was so happy when we drafted him in 2014, the first round. It was a pick worth spending because you have versatility. You had a player that didn't get hurt. You had a very high athlete, incredible athlete, and very good technique, which is not always the case, especially with spread offenses and everything else in college. So maybe he would work. I would rather have Graham Barton out of Duke or Guyton out of Oklahoma. I think it's Oklahoma State or Oklahoma. Tyler Guyton. I'd rather have one of them that you know they can play left tackle because they've done it. And they've done it very well. Exceedingly well. He'd be a risk. Now, maybe he pays off. Maybe he doesn't. It's not a horrible pick, especially at 24, because I don't know who's going to be there. Now, if a Cooper DeJean is there or somebody like that can be a starting great safety for you, or somebody like that, impact player, then I take them. But if Guyton's gone, if Barton is not there, or whoever, if Jackson Powers Johnson, I think his name is, out of Oregon, the center, if he's not there, I'm probably taking Mims. So it's not a horrible pick. That would not be my pick if I had other options. But if he's the best lineman there, then yes, okay. So not a horrible pick. Second round, pick 62, he has linebacker Jeremiah Trotter Jr. out of Clemson. Not a bad pick. Now you have the kid, I think, is it out of Florida State? I'm trying to think of his name. I just heard Tom Danny talking about him yesterday. I would like Peyton Wilson in the later rounds if I had to pick linebacker in third round, fourth round, mainly because of injury. Peyton Wilson is the best linebacker in this draft. It's not even argued about it. NC State. Injury is going to kill him. because I feel like I'm getting another Sean Lee, another Leighton Vander Esch, another Jalen Smith. Damone Clark was hurt last year in injured reserve. We just pick injured linebackers. I don't know what it is. But Jeremiah Trotter Jr., that is a good impact player linebacker, second round. That would probably be one of the better second round picks we've ever made. I think he would be more than a solid. He'd be a very good starter year one. And he would fill a need as well. That I have no problem with. And he's one of the best linebackers in this draft. Third round at number 93, he has running back Blake Corum. Don't have a problem with this pick at all. I don't think he'll be there. And I think he'll end up in San Diego San Diego, sorry. I keep forgetting L.A. with Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh. I don't think he'll be there. Maybe he will be. I don't think he'll be there. I don't hate this pick. This is a good pick. We need a running back. He's a guy that can fill a need and is a really good running back. And besides the year before, has been healthy all year this past year. Has some wear and tear. Injury is a little bit of a concern from the year before. But I wouldn't be too... It wouldn't be a horrible pick, but if I'm honest, in the third round, I would like an impact player still. Somebody like a Peyton Wilson or a safety or a corner. Somebody else. That would not be my third round. If he was available in the fourth, fifth, or whatever, or I had another third round pick, maybe. But not a horrible pick. I get it. Number 4, edge Antoine Powell-Ryland out of Virginia Tech. Don't have his measurables yet or none of that. But edge rusher. Obviously, we need it for a day 2 pick. Or day 3 pick, I guess, now. It used to be 2 days. Now it's 3 days. This isn't a horrible pick. I know he's got some size. I know he's got some speed. I have seen that. I know the player some. Haven't watched a bunch of film on him, but for 4th round pick, not bad. He might end up being a starter or a depth player at minimum. Number 5, offensive lineman Brandon Coleman at a TCU. I think he's a guard. I don't think he's a tackle. I think he's a guard. That wouldn't be bad. We could use some more depth on the offensive line. Guard, swing tackle, center. I would try to find a center. To be honest, I would take the kid out of Virginia, West Virginia, even though he broke his leg in November. But for a 5th round pick, 174, offensive line depth can never hurt you. 6th round, he has 212 wide receiver Arande. Daggone if I can. Give me them. Gadsden, the 2nd, out of Syracuse. Wide receiver depth in the later rounds. Again, not going to hurt you. You look at Michael Gallup, he was taken in the 3rd round. You look at other wide receivers we've had in the past, Sam Hurd, Miles Austin was undrafted. You can find receivers anywhere. We still have the kid David Durden from last year. So we've got some depth already, but adding another piece, maybe it makes team, maybe it makes practice squad, maybe not. But it can help. It can help with competition. It can't hurt. 7th, center Dylan McMahon out of North Carolina State. Not a bad pick. There's other centers I'd rather have if I can get them in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd round, what have you. But Phil Costa was undrafted, the center we had years ago. There's been other centers that have gone later in rounds and been great centers. So we had a kid out of Wisconsin years ago. What was his name? Mike something. 7th round pick. And he ended up playing a couple years. Never really mounted enough. Bill Nagy, that's who it was. Bill Nagy. Kevin Kowalski. There's other guys. There's been guys. Andre Gerard was a late round pick. So it's not going to hurt you again. So that's his 7th round mock draft. I would go different direction here. First round, I'd pick left tackle. Graham Barton, Tyler Guyton, the kid out of Arizona. One of those type guys. Now, if I can get Joe Alt, if he's there, I'm taking him. I don't care. If he somehow, by the grace of God, falls to us at 24, if you don't take Joe Alt out of Notre Dame, you're an idiot. I'm going to say it. That kid is amazing. And just it fit the bill perfect. You wouldn't even need Tyron Smith anymore. Unless you want to keep him as a swing tackle because he gets hurt. That's not going to happen. If it does, I would be shocked. You will see me freak out on draft day if he makes it to us at 24. Not going to happen. Jackson Powers Johnson out of Oregon. If he falls to us, I'll lose it. That'd be awesome. Graham Barton, I'll be happy. Because he can play tackle or center or guard. Position flexibility, not a bad thing. If we can get Cooper DeJean, you'll see me lose it. We haven't had a great safety really since Darren Woodson. And he should be a Hall of Famer. But that's a different discussion for a different day. Anyway, KD Drummond, pretty good draft. Has some disagreements, but they're not horrible disagreements. And I can understand the picks. And they're not bad picks. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, comment, share, hit notifications. Once we hit 100, doing a free giveaway. So hope you all enjoyed this. Do more of other people's mock drafts. Do another one of my own here soon. Plus, we got the combine coming up and other stuff. Plus the draft. So stay tuned, guys. Love y'all. Peace out.